Do you love the Justice League? Are you curious about what happens next after Zack Snyder's epic cut? Do you want to know if there is any hope for Justice League 2? If yes, then you are in the right place. Let's put everything we know about the possible sequel. Justice League 2 is a possible sequel to the 2017 film Justice League, which was later re-released as Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2021. The sequel would continue the story of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and other DC superheroes as they face the threat of Darkseid, the tyrannical ruler of the planet Apocalypse. However, as of now, there is no official confirmation that it will ever happen. Here is everything we know about the potential sequel based on the available information. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, the director for Justice League, had originally envisioned a 5-part saga for the DC heroes, starting with Man of Steel and ending with Justice League 3. He had mapped out the story for the sequels, which would involve time travel, alternate realities, and the death and resurrection of some characters. Some of these ideas were hinted at in the epilogue of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which showed a dystopian future where Darkseid had conquered Earth and Batman had allied with the Joker and Deathstroke. Snyder also revealed that the sequel would introduce the Green Lantern, John Stewart, who would join the Justice League in their fight against Darkseid. Snyder had also planned to explore the romance between Batman and Lois Lane, and the revelation that Batman was the father of Lois, who would later become the new Superman. However, these plans were never approved by Warner Brothers, the studio behind the DC films, and Snyder had to compromise his vision for the first Justice League film. After he left the project due to a family tragedy, Joss Whedon was hired to finish the film, which resulted in a drastically different version from Snyder's cut. Snyder was eventually able to release his cut on HBO Max in 2021 thanks to the fan campaign #ReleaseTheSnyderCut. But he has stated that he does not expect to make any more DC films in the future. Warner Brothers on Justice League 2. The studio that owns the rights to the DC characters and films has made it clear that they are not interested in continuing the Snyderverse, the term used by fans to refer to Snydertion of the DC universe. Warner Brothers has instead focused on developing new and standalone DC films such as The Batman, The Suicide Squad, Black Adam, and The Flash. The studio also announced that they are working on a reboot of Superman, which will be produced by J. Abrams and written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Warner Brothers has also stated that they are moving away from a shared universe approach and embracing a multiverse concept, which allows for different versions of the same characters to coexist in different realities. This was demonstrated in the Arrowverse crossover event Crisis on Infinite Earths. The upcoming film The Flash is also expected to explore the multiverse as it will feature Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton as different versions of Batman. Warner Media CEO Ann Sarnoff has said that they are happy that Snyder got to complete his trilogy with Zack Snyder's League, but they are very excited about their plans for the multi-dimensional DC characters that are being developed right now. Fan support for Justice League 2, despite Warner Brothers' decision to move on from the Snyderverse, many fans are still hoping that the movie will happen someday. They have launched a new campaign called #RestoreTheSnyderverse, which aims to persuade the studio to greenlight the sequel and let Snyder finish his story. The campaign has gained a lot of traction on social media, with millions of tweets and signatures on online petitions. Some fans have also suggested that Netflix, the streaming service that has collaborated with Snyder on Army of the Dead and Rebel Moon, could acquire the rights to the Snyderverse and produce Justice League 2. However, there is no indication that this is a realistic possibility, as Warner Brothers is unlikely to give up one of its most valuable properties. Snyder himself has expressed his gratitude to the fans for their support, but he has also acknowledged that the chances of Justice League 2 happening are very slim. He has said that he is happy with the way Zack Snyder's ended and that he is proud of what he has accomplished with his DC films. Justice League 2 is a highly anticipated but unlikely sequel to the previous film, which would continue the story of Zack Snyder's universe. The director had plans for the sequel, but they were never approved by Warner Brothers, the studio that owns the DC films. Warner Brothers has decided to pursue a different direction for the DC films and has no intention of making Justice League 2. However, many fans are still hopeful that the sequel will happen someday and have launched a campaign to restore the Snyderverse. Snyder has thanked the fans for their support, but he has also accepted that Justice League 2 is probably not going to happen. The original lineup of the Justice League included Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. Over the years, the team has expanded to include many other characters, such as Cyborg, Green Arrow, Hawkman, and Black Canary, among others. The Justice League operates from a headquarters known as the Watchtower, which is located in space. From there, they monitor the Earth and the rest of the universe for threats. When a threat is detected, the team assembles to deal with it. The members of the Justice League are not just teammates, but also friends. They rely on each other not just in battle, but also in their personal lives. Despite their different backgrounds and personalities, they share a common goal of protecting the Earth and its inhabitants. The Justice League has faced many powerful villains over the years. These include Darkseid, a tyrant from the planet Apocalypse, the Legion of Doom, a team of supervillains led by Lex Luthor, and the Crime Syndicate, an evil version of the Justice League from a parallel universe. In addition to their comic book adventures, the Justice League has been featured in various other media. This includes animated TV shows such as the popular Justice League and Justice League Unlimited series, movies such as animated films and live-action films, and video games such as the Injustice series. Despite the many challenges they face, the Justice League always stands together. They represent the best that humanity and the universe have to offer. They are a symbol of hope, justice, and unity in the face of adversity. Whether they are fighting alien invasions, rogue gods, or their demons, the Justice League is always ready to save the day. The Justice League is coming under the DC Universe, so it is important to know about the DC Universe. It is a shared universe where most of the comic stories published by DC Comics take place. DC stands for Detective Comics, which is one of the oldest and most popular comic book companies. The universe is named after one of their early series, Detective Comics, which introduced Batman. Superman, the first superhero of this universe, made his debut in Action Comics #1 in 1938. He is an alien from the planet Krypton who was sent to Earth as a baby. The DC Universe also includes various teams, such as the Justice League, Teen Titans, and Suicide Squad. The Justice League is a team of the world's worst superheroes, including Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. The Teen Titans are a group of younger heroes, while the Suicide Squad is a team of villains working for the government. What if we told you that there is a secret way to make Justice League 2 happen? What if we reveal that there is a hidden clue in Zack Snyder's League that could change everything? Comment your thoughts on this and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.